Hi guys, it's Molly of Soul School Tarot and Astrology. Finally getting around to my very last video for this full moon in Pisces. Aquarius, we have finally come to you. I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. You know where to look, where to like, where to follow, where to share, where to send me some dollars if this resonates with you, or to book a reading with me. You can get a personalized message just for you. Now, before I begin this one, I just want to clarify, I have message number one on the table for you guys, and it is really very juicy. The deck was just spilling the tea, and it is a relationship reading. Okay, so when I do these readings, I never sit down like with the intention of doing a love reading or a money reading or a career reading or anything like that, so much as I am just like, what message do I need to deliver to my Aquarians today? What message do you have for me? Spirits, ancestors, who's your spirit squad? Who's my spirit squad? What do they got to say? The angels, the messengers, whoever, however you want to call that, okay? So sometimes I get some really deep and profound stuff. And sometimes I get some lifetime miniseries type storylines. And I don't hate it, but there's some drama here. Let me get to it, okay? This reading wants to call your attention to a second chance at something that just like an energy that was thwarted the first time around. And I feel like if you are, as of yet, if you're aware of this opportunity, okay, you might not be aware of it. Somebody might just kind of be looking at you from a distance, thinking about getting back in touch with you, because this is definitely, like I said, something that has a path. When these two cards came out, the Judgment card was at the bottom of the deck, and so that's obviously something that is being called forth again, because it needs to be revisited. I might have gotten poison ivy last weekend. I want to change the subject. Okay. So you have a second opportunity at something. What happened the first time around? Aquarius, you're an air sign, and this was essentially a battle between two air signs. All right. Now, there is, of course, masculine energy and feminine energy. And so I feel like this is something that felt a lot like a divine masculine and a divine feminine situation. It was two people that I think were pretty equally matched, but maybe wanted different things. And like, some really swordsy energy came out of that, okay? So we have the King of Swords here, and the King of Swords deal the first time around. In fact, you see him facing away from the Queen. His deal the first time around, he was not looking for any commitment. That's just a simple way to look at that. Maybe he felt like your values, maybe he is somebody who's looking for commitment, but like doesn't feel like you guys have values that are in alignment with one another necessarily. Maybe you have different religions, different backgrounds, or maybe he just wasn't feeling himself. Like he just wasn't trying to like do anything serious right now, okay? Whereas this Queen, I feel she's inverted because she's got this dreamy, cloudy energy around her. This is somebody who's usually very smart and very, very sharp, but she's got this like dreamy, sweet, almost soulmate feeling about this, okay? All right? So she may not... She may not be standing upright in her garden is what I'm hearing, but that's actually what she's doing here, okay? She's there in her rose garden, just beauty and knowledge and truth. It's an air sign, but she's just not standing upright completely in her truth, and I feel like she let her feelings get to her. So, those are the players involved. The thing that has happened, or kind of what has transpired since then, is all swords. Whoa, it's like a math problem. Two of Swords inverted, followed by the Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords inverted. Okay. So these, I feel like this is somebody who they weren't necessarily, they weren't committed to like trying to talk it out even. They just kind of snuck away. And I think that they feel bad about that. Okay. I think they feel bad about that. And I think it was the masculine energy. Okay. Because I went to clarify who did that. We got the dude. Okay. So, one of you felt like, you know what? I know my feelings enough right now. Okay. Time has passed and I think that they're wanting a new opportunity with you. Okay. I feel like they may have felt like a fool. They may feel like a fool because they left and they want to patch it up, or this just maybe they're ready to, they're ready for a fresh start. Maybe with you, maybe elsewhere, but here's you in this situation. And advice, I'm not even sure you're going to want like to engage with this any further. Okay. So this second opportunity that's coming up, I'm not really sure it's even something that you want because you are now the Queen of Swords in upright. And she's crying, but she's smart. She knows that this, maybe I was all in my feelings, but I'm not in my feelings anymore because your shadiness, your sneakiness kind of turns me off, actually. Ooh. I just heard a thing I'm not even going to repeat. But this lady ain't getting excited for that anymore. That sneakiness is a turnoff, okay? So, you may be a male who's in this position. You're finally just like, you know what? I'm smarter than this. I don't want to deal with that shady lady anymore, okay? So, genders may be reversed or genders may not apply at all in this situation. But this is an energy where there's a second opportunity. Like if you want, I guess it's there. But I feel like you don't. It's up to you. Okay. I feel like there's a knowledge of the incompatibility between you two now. All right. I feel like this Queen of Swords sees now, and it's kind of sad. Like, oh, that sucks. I kind of liked them. I thought they were maybe the one. They're kind of just a jerk. I'm sorry, Aquarius, but you know what? You know what? You know you can move on. Okay. You know you can. I know you can too. All right. Gonna hit pause. Shuffle all these mofos right up and get you your second storyline, Aquarians. Be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back with a second storyline, and it's a really very interesting one. Lots of cards coming out in threes, and so I was interpreting those as sort of, you know, little short sentences. And I'm feeling pretty optimistic. Right now, the central card, we'll just get into it. Okay, central card here is the Three of Wands reversed, and at the bottom of the deck was the Six of Wands upright. You feel like there are some boats that you've sent out, okay? Some seeds you planted, some things you're waiting to come back to you, okay? That are just not showing up, okay? Some sort of plans that you were trying to put together. There are three wands here, and I'm really feeling, and the Three Pentacles over here. Right now I'm just like this is important, the three. There are other people that you're involved with, okay? And I feel like this team is not coming together right now, okay? In fact, the things that didn't make sense to me before, now I totally have it, okay? So why is the reason why this isn't working out? Now listen, Aquarians, especially Aquarian sun signs. This is, of course, for sun, moon, rising, Venus, maybe even Mars, what you into. Y'all are really, really visionary thinkers, and not everybody around you is. Okay? And I feel very much like you're in this place, like, why is this not working out? I have all the best ideas. This is a really great idea. Why is this not working out? And the cards are telling me, and this, honestly, this Emperor dude that I'm about to go into might not be a dude. It could be it could be another person, might be another member of your team. It might be you, or it might be another member of your team. And even though the Emperor is up here, like she's also coming through as the Queen of Swords. So this energy is not the best team player. Okay. You might have to move on without them. Okay. This is the way this energy came out. Just rigidity is causing the things to not move forward. These are literally gridlocked. You can't balance things that are held in place too rigidly. This is like a juggling act that needs to take place, but you can't. You need to grease your gears, yo. Okay? This is gridlock. Like, we can't move because we're stuck too tight to some rules that really, they're not rational. They might seem rational to the person who made these rules, but they also might be like, I'm the boss. The rules are the rules. Okay? So, in fact, the Emperor is somebody who's typically a leader. He's a military general. Okay? In many representations. All right? And so it may be that the leader is actually sabotaging progress by refusing to budge. Okay? I asked for clarification on the Three of Wands. Like, what's the project? What's the thing that's not coming together? And yo, I got the Devil card. So this is some sort of project or some new idea. I think it's probably work oriented, okay, with the number of Wands and Pentacles that I have. But it's definitely, there's some new project, okay, that was meant to go forward, but it's chained to or being bound and restricted by this individual who I feel it's the Emperor, because see how they're both just their swords. He's like that. Okay. All right. Okay. They both have these inverted swords. Okay. And they're going in different directions. So actually that makes me feel like these might be two different energies. Two different energies that are going on. Okay. There is just people's egos are getting caught up in this, okay? There's probably some gossip, some manipulation, some sort of maliciousness, maleficent. She's maleficent. Some stuff, something like that going on behind the scenes. Okay, so what are new energies that are coming into this this thing? I got the three, just this whole situation, okay? Because things are not moving forward, okay? Not energetically, all right? Results are not showing. Things that you had hoped for are not coming back to you, okay? So this next series of cards was really interesting because I got these all popped up together. The Three of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. So the work that you can do on a team versus the work that you can do on your own. This reading wants you to get clear about that. Stop fooling yourself. If there's any illusions in place about how you as an individual contribute to this team, you're being invited to dispel those illusions. Does that make sense? All right. So if you feel like the Emperor and the Queen of Swords, these are other people on your team and their nastiness is affecting you, all right, then you need to be real about where do you fit in with that team. If you are the Emperor or you are the Queen of Swords, stop and think about how you fit in with that team, okay? How are they going to get anything done under your leadership or amidst your manipulations, okay? If these are you or somebody else, basically, this is what needs to be clarified. Spend some time thinking about that. Or actually, I believe that this sort of Piscean energy over the next few weeks, that's sort of this, because this woman is going to leave some energy hanging around. I feel like these illuminations are just kind of, or these disillusionments are just kind of on their way. All right. The reading's getting long. I asked for one little teeny tiny piece of advice and he gave me a whole bunch of this stuff. All right. So let go of what doesn't feel right? This is actually, I always say Page of Cups is a listen to your heart card, but it's also just some immaturity. I feel like especially this person's looking down at the ground, they're covering themselves, they're covering their heart chakra. This is somebody who's not seeing or talking about their emotions. But there's a whole big old whale of something going on underneath the surface, okay? All right? Go ahead and let go of that. Let go of any emotional immaturity that you might be experiencing right now. All right? And I feel like if you can do that, we have the Fool and Magician coming up. Okay? But this is essentially a new opportunity to manifest a new project. Okay? But I feel like you have to leave behind any illusions that you have about, like any idealism that you had about this team, okay? Or about the mission, all right? Because sometimes the integrity of the mission depends on the integrity of the leader. And if he's a bougie ass, not trying to compromise, not trying to be there for his team leader, not trying to move from a place of reason, not trying to oil the wheels so they can move forward, then you have to think about breaking out as a free agent. Because the Fool has no strings attached to anything. And seeing what you can manifest on your own. Because y'all are genius. I'm going to go back to the beginning. You guys are visionary thinkers. And not everybody is. Okay? So, I hope one or both of those storylines resonated with you. I hope that you're going to have an amazing weekend. And a great full moon cycle. Keep an eye out for new videos. Subscribe if you want to know when those happen. And thanks for being here. Thanks for coming to Soul School.